Welcome to the Madden NFL 25 franchise highlights, brought to you by the Arethius Sports Network. The NFL as we know it has completely changed. All 32 new franchises. Every NFL player drafted onto a completely new roster, and we are going to be following the journey of the Boston Knights as they strive for NFL immortality. So let's get right into the beginning of the 2024 season. Week 1 would see the Knights travel to Chicago to take on the Chicago Peregrines. Opening drive now for the Knights, first and goal from the half-yard line, and Kirk Cousins hits Tyreek Hill for the touchdown, and the Knights take an early 7-0 lead. They would go on to add a Justin Tucker field goal to make it 10-0, and then the Peregrines would answer early in the second as Rachaad White goes in from a half-yard out to cut the lead to 10-7. We're now later in the first half. Cousins takes the snap, and he hits Hill on the comeback, and he is gone. No one's going to catch him. 41-yard touchdown for the Knights, and they would head in to the half with a 20-7 lead. After a Cousins interception on the first play of the second half, Chicago would capitalize as Derek Carr fires a 9-yard TD strike to Darnell Mooney, and that cuts the lead to 6. Chicago driving again. Carr has all day here in the pocket, and he finds Joshua Palmer in the back of the end zone, and that, with the extra point tacked on, would give the Peregrines the lead. Midway through the fourth quarter now, Cousins looking, and he finds Hill once again 9 yards out, the third touchdown reception of the game for Tyreek Hill. The Knights will line up for 2. And Cousins will hit Foster Moreau, and it is good, and that will extend the lead to 7. Chicago comes right back down the field, looking to tie the game up. Carr throws, but Rock Ya-Sin picks off Carr, and he will bring it back 87 yards. No one's going to get up to him, and that is going to make it a 2-score game here late in the fourth quarter. The Knights looking to seal the deal on their first victory. Peregrines wouldn't throw in the towel though. Carr connects with Brandon Ayuk for a 40-yard touchdown, and that brings it back to a 1-score game with a 7-point deficit. Just about a minute to go here as Tucker hits from 35 yards to all but seal the deal. One last try for Chicago to try and just make the final score a little bit closer. Carr heaves it to the end zone, but Rock Ya-Sin grabs his second interception of the game, and that ends it. So the final score, the Knights 38, the Peregrines 28. Kirk Cousins 26 of 34 for 312 yards and 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey almost 150 yards on the ground. Tyreek Hill, the big story for the Knights on the offensive side, 9 catches, 104 yards, 3 touchdowns. Derek Carr with 513 passing yards in a losing effort, did throw 3 touchdowns, but also had the 3 costly interceptions. And Brandon Ayuk almost hitting the 200-yard mark, 13 catches, 190 yards for the touchdown. Rock Ya-Sin with the 2 interceptions, 1 being returned for a touchdown, earned him Defensive Player of the Week honors. As we take a look at the AFC East standings, all other 3 teams in the division, New York, Pittsburgh, and Hartford, all suffered losses. So after 1 week, Boston with the early division lead. Next week, Boston will be facing off with the San Diego Dragons. New York and Pittsburgh will face each other, while Hartford will travel to Nashville to face off with Snappers. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Madden NFL 25 franchise highlights for the Boston Knights. We will catch you next time for week number 2.